Hello and welcome to another episode of Scott Reads Comics. Today I would like to cover Batman and the Outsiders, number 19, published in 1984 by DC Comics. And we have this incredible Christmas-themed cover, and I'm going to be doing in my next few shows some Christmas holiday-themed books, and this will be the first one batting lead off for us this December. We have this incredible tagline on this Christmas tree ball, "Who's afraid of the big red S?" And that is indeed the title of this story. Mike W. Barr and Jim Aparo are our primary creators. I just love this cover. I bought it off the rack as a kid, and it was so great to get this back last year sometime after Christmas. So I made a promise to myself that I would cover it and a few other Christmas books this year, and so here we are. Great Jim Aparo cover as well. So let's dive in. So glad you could join me. And again, our title, "Who's Afraid of the Big Red S?" Mike W. Barr and Jim Aparo, writer, co-creators, artist, Adrian Roy, colorist. That makes me wonder, did Jim Aparo do the letters for this issue as well? I think he might have, because by this time, letterers were credited. So I'm assuming that Jim Aparo did pencils, inks, plot, and letters on this particular issue, which was pretty impressive. And before we move forward through the story, just a quick thing on Jim Aparo. I love Jim Aparo. I think he's a great artist. And I might have said this before on the show, but I think Jim Aparo is to DC what Sal Buscema was to Marvel. Just an incredible company guy who drew a bunch of different characters, could draw anything, solid storyteller, great draftsman. Maybe not the flashiest artist in the world. He's not a Byrne, he's not a Perez, but Jim Aparo gets the job done. He's a pro's pro. So let's move on. Alfred Pennyworth thought the pounding at the door were Christmas carolers, come to spread a little holiday cheer. Imagine his surprise. Where is he? Where's the Batman? Miss Halo? Batman? Mr. Wayne? Quiet, Halo. Why didn't you use the Batcave entrance? I forgot. I'm sorry, Mr. Wayne, but it's an emergency. So she needs Batman's help, and of course she's a member of the Outsiders. They're all privy to Bruce Wayne's secret, and we're gonna have a flashback here. Although this isn't the part that she tells Bruce Wayne, because it's kind of, what happens here is kind of personal. This is Geoforce, Brian Markov, and these two were having some kind of, not an affair. I don't think it had gotten to that point yet, but it was definitely they were dating. And she gets a little bit scared because I think she realizes that her feelings for him aren't what she thought they were, and she thinks here that he's going to give her a ring. And I just love this. This is just such great storytelling. You don't need a single word here. The image is everything. It's beautiful. I'm sure we have much to discuss, Gabby, but first, Brian, maybe we'd better talk now. Yes, perhaps that is best. Brian, Gabby, I don't love you. You don't? I thought I loved you until I realized my affection for you was directed at my sister Tara, the love I never gave her when she lived. And I've been so strung out about finding my parents. Well, I love you, Brian, but I don't love you. Do you understand? Perfectly. I've never had a big brother, Brian, but I'd like one. And I would be delighted to fill the position. Merry Christmas, little sister. Oh, neat. I love presents. Oh, Brian, a tiny halo. How sweet. So very touching here. Really nice. They get themselves on the same page in terms of their relationship. And to revisit Aparo's storytelling, I love the tightly structured panels that he's using with the rounded edges. Just really great and very good to communicate a flashback, because that's essentially what we're doing, because we have square edge panels here for the standard, and then we transition to these round edge panels for our flashback, which is nice. Within the flashback still, Halo tries to call Katana Tatsu, but Tatsu is so broken up at this point because in the previous issue, Halo discovered her true parents, and she's going to discover more unsettling things about her origin, because that was the mystery in Batman and the Outsiders through the first 20 issues or so, is who is Halo? She was a brand new character created by Mike W. Barr and Jim Aparo, and they slowly revealed this stuff about them. The Outsiders were just a really cool team at this point. The first couple of years of this book are just, they're pretty great Copper Age magic, in my opinion. So back to what she's now actually going to relate to Bruce Wayne, because he didn't need to know about any of this personal stuff. I flew from the airport to Brian's house. He wrote me and said the other Outsiders would be there too. But when I got there, shall I answer that, Brian? I'll get it, Gabby. Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Brian, it's Denise. I need your help. I'm sick. Please, come now. Denise, what's wrong? I took some sleeping pills. A lot. I'll be right there, Denise. Gabby, send an ambulance to Denise Howard's apartment. The address is in my book. Got it. So, Denise is actually a co-ed who Brian knows from school, and she is actually the woman that he cares about, has romantic feelings for, versus his familial feelings that he has for Halo. Hello, ambulance service. This is an emergency. So again, we're still in our flashback. Give her here, fella, gently now. Will she live? She's got a chance. He will pay, Denise. You have my word. Geoforce? You said someone would pay? Oh yes, Denise told me before she passed out. Dean Rayburn is the man who did this to Denise. I'm going to find him. Then I am going to kill him. You can't. I will. Brian. Damn, I was afraid of this. His power matured before his ability to use it. None of us can stop him, Batman. No, none of us. So, great. Again, this issue is steeped in Christmas imagery, including we get here, Batman's placing a call to the Daily Planet. We hear some carolers, and it's inside the Daily Planet where they're singing. And of course, Clark Kent, Superman's alter ego, hears this. Mommy, look, do you see Santa Claus? Even better, and this is great. Just Jim Aparo, just his mastery of the DC characters is supreme. Look at that, that's an incredible Superman. The Batman said, wait here, but, huh? Excuse me, miss, but we've never been formally introduced. I'm Superman. Wow, you sure are. I'm Halo. You must be who I'm waiting for. The Batman said I should tell you that Geoforce, one of us Outsiders, is going to try to kill a teacher of his, Dean Rayburn. Well, we can't have that, can we? Do you have any way of finding your friend? No, he turned off his signal, so we can't trace him. And I don't know where the Batman went. I'm sure he's got a good reason. He always does. As for your friend, a supervision sweep won't take long. Follow me, young lady. Yes, sir. Sigh. Anywhere. So she's smitten with Superman. And of course, who wouldn't be? This is the pre-crisis Superman. The Superman who can move planets. Just the total picture of what you would think Superman was. See, this is him at his zenith. Meanwhile, we do get to look in on Black Lightning and Katana. And we get a street scene here. It's pretty cool. Santa Claus is being robbed when Black Lightning intercedes. Thanks, Youngblood. You watch him. I'll get the police. You said a gang was robbing Santa's, Black Lightning? So I lied. Fact is, I wanted to talk to you, Katana. You've been lower than a mole's soul since Halo left. It's Christmas. Why not see her? I want to. For her messages and letters are filled with loneliness. Then why? Because the Batman is right. The child belongs with her parents. And you were right to tell me not to discourage her. No argument. But that doesn't mean you have to cut yourself off from her entirely. It does, though. For she would return to Gotham instantly if I would let her. But she does belong with her family. But the cut that severs this must be swift and sharp, Lightning. I will hurt initially. But in the long run, it will spare us pain. So great, as they're talking, this guy tries to get to the gun. And of course, nonchalantly, Halo deals with him, or Katana deals with him. And Black Lightning's having none of it. Bull. So great little sequence. We get to see some of the outsiders, the other outsiders. Now back to the main story. It's snowing again, Doug. So I see, Gina. We could be trapped here for days. And wouldn't that be too bad? Wouldn't it just? Rayburn! Crack! What in? You withheld Denise Howard's scholarship unless she served your pleasure. She lies in a hospital now, clinging feebly to life. But you will have no such chance. Get away from me. Too slow, Rayburn. And if I can crush steel in my hands, imagine what I can do to flesh, and there'll be no demonstration, Geoforce. Not today. Superman, I need no help to handle this animal. I'm not offering any. Put him down, now. Geoforce, do what he says. What? You are protecting him? That's what I said. You must have gone mad. But in my case, Rayburn can wait until I have dealt with you. So we get a pretty epic fight going here. Everyone always has to find that out for themselves. Now come along, Geoforce. No, this man deserves to die, and he will. I said no, and I meant it. That should have convinced him, but somehow I doubt it. Wait here with Rayburn, Halo, in case your friend returns. Please, Superman, don't hurt him. Can't pick him up with supervision or hearing, but he could be traveling faster than the speed of... Ooh, Kroom. Great sequence here as Geoforce plows into Superman. E for effort, Geoforce, but you can't hurt me. Can I not? I recall your power source is the environment of Earth, and your strength and vulnerability are derived from her lesser gravity. One of my powers is to increase that gravity, even to that of your native planet, to remove your strength. Wow. Suddenly, this fight is not so one-sided, after all. So Geoforce is going to give him a run for his money here. And we have a quick interlude here with Rex Mason, Metamorpho, and Sapphire, his gal. And of course, Rex is wearing his rubber mask so he can appear as a normal person. He's calling Geoforce, no answer. Can you forgive me? Can you forgive him, Rex, after all he's done? So she's talking about her father. What the heck? It's Christmas, because her father has tried to kill Metamorpho numerous times. Oh, great house ad for the Amethyst ongoing series after the Maxi series. So great artwork here from Rick Estrada and Pablo Marcos. Very nice. Back to our story. I don't know what to do this, Superman. Please, stay down. I can't. Not while you're bent on murder. Murder. The man you protect is an extortionist. He caused one of his students to attempt suicide. Where is your truth, your justice, your American way? I'll explain it to you later. Wham! You can't just kill everyone who does wrong, son. You've got to reform them, make them better. Nothing but rhetoric. I can think only of a young woman fighting for her life in a hospital, while you protect the man who put her there. But there's the law. What Rayburn did is a crime, and it would be Denise's word against his. But I know who I believe. There's no reasoning with him. I'll have to take the fight out of him some other way. No one else around for miles. So he does the old clapping of the hands. What have you done? Wait another few seconds, son, and you'll see. By my crown. So he buries him in an avalanche and then plucks him out. Superman style. No sign of him. Maybe I'd better. No need, Halo. You didn't. He'll be fine after he knocks the snow out of his ears. He's just learned that no matter how strong you are, there's always someone stronger. Thank you, Superman. I'll see this maniac in court for destroying my cabin, as well as trying to kill me. I'll rebuild your cabin, Mr. Rayburn. But he made some rather strong statements about you and a Miss Howard. Lies. I deny everything. I'd reconsider that statement, Rayburn. Batman, what do you mean? You might squirm out of one charge of sexual battery, Rayburn, but not 7. I figured you tried this trick before. These are signed affidavits from female students you've made improper advances to, and they'll all see you in court. When the system works, use it, Geoforce. When it doesn't, or it can't, that's what we're for. I understand. Are you all right? Fine. Best workout I've had in ages. Once this kid gets some experience, he'll be okay, if he lives that long. Great exchange between these two longtime friends. And I love the battle damage we see on Superman and Geoforce's face. It's kind of subtle, but it's cool. They've both been in a super brawl. You can have 5 minutes, sir. She needs her rest. Denise? Brian, is that you? How are you? How do you feel? Weak, but good, too. Brian, I thought I wanted to die, but when it came down to it, I didn't. I know that now. That was why you called me. Yes, I guess. I just take school too seriously. But it's all I've ever known. I think I'll try to get out in the real world sometime. That sounds good. What day is it? Christmas. And I didn't get you anything. You gave yourself something, Denise. Many, many Christmases yet to come. And to all, a good night. For Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Great, and I love this in the back panel. Superman's flying along in halos, following him kind of in his wake, just sighing. Really great. What a great story. And we're not done yet. We do have an epilogue featuring one of my favorite DC villains, Tobias Whale. What an awesome, and only Jim Aparo can draw him like this. It's just so great. And his accomplice, Cyanide. And this is casting forward to our next issue where we'll have part 2 and the truth about Halo. So we even get a picture of that cover here, I think. Yeah, right here is the cover for the next issue. Really cool stuff from Jim Aparo again. And in the Inside the Outsiders letters page, Mike W. Barr thanks Bob Ingersoll for the legal advice for this issue because there was some legal stuff involved that Batman got at the end. So Ingersoll gets a little credit there. We have a letter from T.M. Maple, who says at the end, Max Jesus and the New Olympians, eh? Didn't they record My Drag Strip Supercharged Baby in the 50s? Okay, a little humor there from TM. As always, a great letter hack. And a bunch of other letters too. Batman the Outsiders always had a great letters page. Lots of interplay between fans and editor. So that's pretty great. So yeah, our first Christmas issue of the 2024 season is in the books. This is a great one. If you can ever track it down, it's a fun read, a fun book to own. Some really vintage Jim Aparo artwork. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I'll bring you more soon on Scott Reads Comics. Thanks for watching.